Smile More,
a show that's dedicated to bringing you some knowledge and a little twinkle to your day.
We cover topics about life, daily tips, all favorite things, with the purpose of helping to bring a smile to your face.
So if there's anybody out there wanting to turn that frown upside down, you want to shine bright like a star or a diamond, you ain't gotta worry about people being all sad in their videos, trying to make you feel all depressed, stressed, and less. Come to Smile More.
Telling you. But once I'm on the road, then there it happens.
So yeah, she gonna tell me while they was in the cabins, she thinks she saw Bigfoot.
What?
I'm like, girl, it was not Bigfoot.
Oh my goodness.
Probably somebody with a Bigfoot, like the footprints, but it was not Bigfoot.
Definitely not. Although I love seeing the videos where they scare kids and like
hide behind something.
And I have to show it to you. It's one that's I know it had to go viral, and it's like a little Caucasian boy. He like. How did he just come running, hauling ass across like this open playing field, and he's like hysterical, and it was the dad the whole time, and they
dressed up as what?
Literally Bigfoot or like this. Yeah, he had on a costume.
I don't know the thing of people dressing up as Bigfoot scare
people. It scared people, but he was a kid.
Maybe that's what she thought.
He was a kid, so yeah. But I guess that just gave sense of it could possibly be real or it's really a thing. Yeah.
Do you think giants are actually real? Giant people like that?
Maybe. I think people have characteristics or which is biological or something, you know, not. I have walked up on 2 or 3 people and just been like, as far as features, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like a giant, like how they speak of in the Bible or what we see in TV or movies, no. But I do think there are people that are larger than life, or you know,
like the Shaqs are bigger than Shaq, and
yeah. And like I say, we went to college with a girl, and I kid you not, her hand had to be 10 times the size of mine, and she was a woman. No, seriously, and I felt bad for her because they called her giant.
Oh,
they called her giant. Yeah, she played basketball. She hooped for A&T. I kid you not.
Was she good? Was she cold?
And that was a thing. It was like the stature was there, but imagine trying to move and you know, I'm saying like quickness like that. But her hand, it was literally like if we did this, it was like
wow.
And it was just like dang. And her feet were big, and like she had certain facial features.
Well, she a giant. She is.
That's what's happening.
Because I feel like they did exist.
Yeah.
I don't know. But we've talked about this before. I know you're busy. I'm always bothering you. Come have a seat. Sorry to bother you.
It's all good.
But, you know, apparently there was like...
I just hurt my back.
Oh, yeah.
Real life.
In real life.
Yeah. What's y'all talking about?
Just giants. You know, apparently they existed back in the day or now. And Shatara said just as recently as them being in school, there was like, what sounds like a chick that was
she was just
large,
yeah. Or she had characteristics.
Where she was from? Was she like from Hawaii or something? Like
in the DC area, like East Coast, where we went to school.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. That's an interesting topic. You know, I believe, you know, maybe. You know, she was from people, like her people might have been tall like that, you know, ain't no telling where they was from. I know the Bible talk about giants, but they talk about giants in a way that's kind of a little bit more abstract than like somebody just tall that you might know. You know
right, characteristics or features, it comes more of a...
And a lot of times, even not just in the Bible, but just all throughout cultures, they have like these stories of, you know, giants that, you know, they'll run up against, or a race of giants that exist, or, you know, that live in different parts of the world or whatever. And I do believe that there were, you know, different races of people that was taller than others. And people like what you're talking about probably come from or descend from people like that. You know what I'm saying?
You said different races?
Yeah, like, because in the Bible and in different cultures, it's not just, you know, people amongst their culture that turn out to be giants, or within their family group that turn out to be giants. It'll be a whole nother tribe or group that they would describe as, you know, giants and things like that. like the Bible say, I think it was it wasn't Joseph or Jacob, Caleb, I believe. It was one of Moses's companions. Matter of fact, this was after Moses, I believe, and I know the guy name was Caleb, and he got sent out to like scout. He was with the Hebrew people, and they was looking for somewhere to live after the Exodus with Moses or whatever, and they sent him out to scout. And he went out to scout with one of his friends, and they ran across this tribe of giants. And he described these giants to where they're carrying grapes, and they got all these different fruits, and this whole land is just larger. They look like grasshoppers to these people, as they described.
Really?
And they took a bushel of grapes from these people. And he said the bushel of grapes that they carried, they had to carry it on a stick between them two. That's how much larger these things were, and things like that. And even earlier in the Bible, they describe how it was a race of giants that used to exist a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Now, when they start talking about groups of people that's giants, I actually believe that we, as people today, who average a height of males, average a height of 5'10", 6 feet tall, women 5'4", 5'5", somewhere in there.
Yeah.
We are actually giants. Once I explain the perspective of these people that was in the Bible, you got Africa, you got India, then you got an ocean, and then you got Southern Asia. In between India and Asia, far away from Africa, you got this little island, and it's the Sentinelese Island, where it's a race of black people that's been on this island for thousands of years. I'm talking about 10,000, 20,000 years and things like that. We've recently discovered all of these different tribes, but this tribe in particular, the governments in India said that you cannot fool with these people, let them alone, and things like that.
Why not?
Because this is like one of the last indigenous tribes on earth, and every other time that modern people go and explore or try to introduce themselves or whatever to these indigenous tribes that have been living like this for thousands of years, they always get sick by our modern sicknesses and things like that. Like people always wonder, like, what happened to the Aztec people? It just looked like they had all of these pyramids and then they disappeared. Well, what happened, Europeans started coming over and they got sick, and that sickness ran through them and wiped them all out and things like that. So
if they untouchable, or they only existed around those that they existed around, it's highly unlikely that we can go over there and disrupt their day to day.
Exactly.
Wow.
So you take these people that's been living there for 20,000 years, and then you look at our history. Well, you think about Jesus, that was 2,000 years ago. So Jesus happened. They were still on that island doing the same thing. Now, mind you, these people are very, very small, extremely dark people. This is how these people on this island look. Tops, they might be 5'2".
Really?
You know what I'm saying? And they're extremely dark, BB'd hair, stuff like that. Look like they came straight out the middle of Africa. You see what I'm saying? But people don't know, the first human beings that populated the whole world thousands and thousands of years ago was extremely small people. And these people got trapped there because of just how the cycles of Earth. You got ice ages, then we warm up. You got ice ages, then we warm up. You got ice ages, then we warm up. This is due to the sun going through seasons just like the Earth go through seasons. But the sun seasons is like 25,000 years. So if you take that 25,000 years, we on and off with ice ages and not ice ages. People been around for hundreds of thousands of years. So if let's just say these first people, very small people, ventured out of Africa into these all across the world, and then ice age happened. Those people are now trapped there until this cycle warms up again, and now they can move around again, and then it happens again. Now this has happened thousands of years. So by the time other humans started developing, they would go to these different places of the world and see that it was little people there.
Yeah.
That's where the people who eventually went to Europe, that's where the stories of leprechauns come from. Because these little people was already there, already had established culture, very rich in their culture, not necessarily like with money and things like that, but their culture is rich. They had things. And that's why leprechauns, or these little people, throughout ages have now been associated with gold. You know what I'm saying? But these leprechauns are just a story of these later people discovering these ancient little people that was all over the world. You see what I'm saying? So long story short, let's fast forward back to this this island that we're talking about that have these people there that's like 5 feet tall, never been bothered by the world. You go back 2,000 years ago, Jesus. 2,000 years before that, which is 4,000 for us, you got Moses. 4,000 years ago, these people still on this island. You can go back 10,000 years to the flood and all of these things. These people still on this island. You can keep going back probably to the last ice age. These people still on this island. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So all of our known human history have happened, and these people still been on this island. Now, mind you, these people about 5 feet tall. So let's just say our human civilization, this modern civilization of average height, 5'10", 6 feet males, 5'5" females, continue the pace that we're going. It's not looking too good. If we continue our modern life the way that we're doing, we're gonna wipe ourselves out somehow. We're gonna run out of resources soon to sustain this we live in. Let's just say that happens. Modern human wipe themselves out. We few and far in between now. Let's just say these 5 feet people decide, you know what? Let's leave our island and see what's else out there. Because we, whatever reason, have been driven off our island. Now, if these people was to leave off their island and start venturing around the world where we have all of these ruins from our era, they're gonna find structures that fit 6 feet tall, 5 feet tall people. They're gonna find houses and buildings with doorways that's fitting a 6 feet tall person. They might even see remnants and leftover little pockets of our leftover civilization, which range from 6 feet, 5'10", all the way up to 7 feet tall. Now, if they come out and see this whole civilization that used to be, and even pockets of people still existing, all they know is 5 feet tall and under. You understand what I'm saying? So in their reality, in their stories that they're not going to leave back, they left their island to a world that was full of giants. And who were those giants? We were those giants. And people got to understand, before we as modern humans, 6,000, 8,000 years ago, started taking over the world and agriculture and multiplying, what was before us? You know what I'm saying? If we had little humans, we had little elephants, and we also had giant mastodons, giant sloths, giant saber-toothed tigers, giant everything else. What about giant apes? Like y'all talking about Bigfoot, giant humanoid people. You see what I'm saying? And there's remnants of them still today. So you got different perspectives of giants. You got those pockets of people that have been in that same level of living for thousands of years, and they come out to see a regular human, and that's tall to them. And you also have those persons that descend from people that just grew tall. Like this pocket of human beings in Africa was rich in animals, and where they lived was just rich in nutrients. And over time, that tribe was able to grow to be 6 feet, 6'5", even 7 foot tall, whereas their cousins in another part of Africa, whom have been separated for thousands of years, remain short. You understand what I'm saying? So it's several instances of why people have stories of giants, and you cannot just say this is one, this is one. So yes, there were giants, and it always would depend on the perspective that you take.
Sounds like everything was giant.
Yeah, at some point, just because of the earth change. If you got snow in this region, the bears are white, the foxes are white, the so on, it matches. Like we products of the earth. So if the earth change and make all of the animals bigger because it's more oxygen, it's more abundance of things, well, the animal's gonna get bigger.
Right.
You know, so that's my take on that. And I hope it made sense.
It did, especially in the sense of a matter of what you've been exposed to. So imagine only seeing what you see day to day and everybody the same height. And the moment you go outside of that realm, then hell yeah, that person is
a fucking giant.
And
if
And to their people, they're regular.
So it's I never looked at it like that, and the perception that a different individual may have about it.
So what's crazy, let me know what y'all think about this. You got our Bible that we read. You got African traditions. You got Native American traditions. You even got Eskimo traditions and all the Chinese traditions. Where a long, long time ago, these people were talking about there were giants walking around on the earth. Like every culture got story of giants. Could we, the modern humans, whom history really kind of started 6,000 years ago, could our ancient stories of giants really be the same as those island people? Could there have been a civilization of human-like creatures that was way bigger than us that built the pyramids, that built all of these strange structures?
I do be wondering how they moved those large items out there.
Yeah, like was it a race
Even
before us? You know what I'm saying? So that's an interesting topic, you know. To some.
You always talking though.
Okay, well.
You doing it though. You get a good holiday cheer.
Get my back up.
Yeah, I like this perspective on giants.
Definitely.
I'm gonna say she was, cause I mean, to us or to me,
right?
You know.
And I remember having that reaction when I saw it for the first time. It was like, you know, for it not to be on TV or to just get those kind of stares, which I'm sure she used to.